it's Lindsay. Please make yourself comfy for this. I didn't put on makeup today. We're all just gonna deal with it. So it's Christmas time, so you can probably already tell if you look at your calendars or at my room, or even on my sweatshirt too. So this is my new sweatshirt, one of my new ones. It says Jingle Bell Rock, and then it has a picture of the rock on it. So, I mean, living my best life. This is a story that I quite frankly forgot about until recently. I was chatting with friends about like our experiences like growing up and like going to church and stuff like that. Also, it's Christmas related, and now that we're in the Christmas season, what better time to tell a story about that time I fired a baby. Not just any baby, baby Jesus. So here it goes. I hope I don't get in any trouble for this. I feel like the only people who would have trouble with this video don't know how the internet works, so I think I'm okay. So I got like really into theater in high school, so I wanted to get super involved somewhere, and basically one of my main outlets for that was church. I grew up at this one particular church from like birth up until college. It was like kind of awkward like going to that church for that long, because like every now and then you would get elderly people going up to you and going, "Oh, you're so-and-so's kid. I changed your diaper in the nursery once." So I would like sing and act and like random stuff there. One time I learned sign language for a song, and it had a big impact on me because I can't remember a thing of it. So the annual Christmas production rolls around, and I really wanted to be involved. So I was a very ambitious teenager. College applications were like right around the corner. I think I was a senior at the time, so especially I was like, gotta get that application looking flawless. I was a very ambitious teenager. I would probably intimidate Rachel Berry from Glee if she were like an actual person. So how this Christmas program at church operated was that every segment was given its own director. I honestly don't remember how this happened, but long story short, I got picked to direct the nativity scene. My theory is that I was the last choice. Okay, first, who would hand over directing anything for like a low-key mega church over to a teenager? Two, who would assign a teenager to direct the nativity? That's like just in any circumstance ever. The nativity scene is the church's Super Bowl. It's why they live and breathe. It's why they're more than willing to aggressively invite their coworkers, because they're all like, it changes lives, while their eyes are like super bloodshot, and it's just like, ugh. And that's why no one wants to be a part of it. It is so easy to mess up the nativity. Considering something that involves walking, sitting, and saying nothing, there is so much pressure involved. Someone always finds fault with it, and then they threaten to leave the church as a result. So you think 20-somethings are snowflakes? Show a nativity scene, the most glorious nativity scene, to your one neighbor who swears she was a virgin when she got married, and she'll go, "This hurt my soul." All because one lamb was sitting like 1 inch too close to baby Jesus, you know? So I was also in charge of casting everyone. By everyone, I really meant everyone, including the babies. You would think for logistics that a baby doll would be used. However, that was not the case for this. The church went hardcore. They wanted babies who cried, who pooped, who made you miss having any free time. The producer instructed me to find babies who were no more than 4 months old. So I found 2 babies. Their first rehearsal was a run-through of the entire show. So one of the babies gets up there, and this baby is so cute. So cute to the point that your one friend who like swears they hate kids would automatically get pregnant upon seeing it. He had the most amount of rolls and like the biggest, chubbiest cheeks. The cutest. Also, could not be more well-behaved. Probably more well-behaved than the Pope. Probably has a better reputation than Oprah. It was a miracle to find even one baby, not to mention 2, who could be totally chill in front of a congregation of like 1,000 people. So sometime after we ran the nativity scene, the babies went home, everybody went on break, and then the producer pulled me aside into a hallway. Now, before I go any further, I know that sounds creepy, and it looked creepy, probably, but you know, it was a different time. 2011. Anyway, the producer pulled me aside in a questionable manner, but that's not even the point of the story. Let me not get sidetracked for a second. So the producer pulls me aside and he tells me, "The baby's too big, hun." Okay, before we even delve into the fact that he dropped this on my teenage brain, let me just go back and say, hun? I almost vomited the mini candy canes I stole from the church kitchen. Now that that's out of the way, he basically told me that one of the babies had to go. Not because of like, you know, there can only be one, because this baby was apparently too big, even though he was no more than 4 months old. Also, he made it clear that I was gonna do the firing and not him. This man at the time was 62 years old. How old was I? 17. That might argue that being 17 at this time is not really a big ordeal. You know, because I was like really super close to becoming an adult anyway. But those same people would have freaked out if they were given this task in their 40s. Guaranteed. So I tried fighting it because I was 17 and young and still had empathy for people, which this Christian adult seemed to lack. But that's not my business. Cute Kermit the Frog, drinking tea. Yeah. And my first concern among everything else was the rest of the family. I was already thinking like the worst, like, oh god, they probably have family flying in from Russia to see their little grandson play baby Jesus, and now that's not happening, and now this person from Russia is gonna like join a cult and it's gonna ruin the entire family dynamic, the baby's gonna turn into a coke addict. But this 62-year-old man did not care because apparently he had a vision. He cared so much about his vision. Also, side note, I put vision in quotes because this guy did not work in entertainment, he worked in education. I've noticed I've been talking about this guy in like past tense. I think he's still alive, I think. So in retrospect, I should have called them and told them what was happening and then let them go from there, but I didn't have their phone number. Okay, I wasn't about to waste time to ask them what their phone number is to then, you know, eventually get blocked from them because like, that's like a big waste of time. I'm efficient when I give bad news. So I sent this mom an email and it is like by far the most agonizing thing I've ever done. She sends me an email back and I'm expecting like the works. I'm expecting all caps, curse words, death threats. But she was like so nice about it, weirdly enough. Like I'm still almost taken aback by it. I thought it was written by Mary Magdalene. You know, it was nice. So after all this happened and I told my mom about this, and then she informed me that in the entertainment industry, the producer is supposed to do the firing, not the director. I mean, honestly, like, I thought the director had to do the firing. Like, that made sense to me. And the guy, the 62-year-old man that I was working with was in education. We knew nothing about entertainment. We didn't know the protocol. But this whole thing could have been avoided if someone, the man, not me, did some research. Or taken on the responsibility like an adult. What's the main takeaway from this story? Don't get involved in your church's Christmas pageant because there's like more drama that goes on behind the scenes than all 3 seasons of Bad Girls Club. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, you know, maybe this like brought you comfort, maybe in a weird way. Please like this video and comment and hit subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I make a new video. I post videos every Wednesday. You can find me on my social media down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye!